Ren sat in the cockpit of his small scout ship, staring out at the endless black of space. Stars sparkled like tiny diamonds scattered across the sky. The mission had seemed simple at first. Survey the outer sector of the galaxy, map the planets, and report anything unusual. Ren was trained for exploration, but nothing could prepare him for what he was about to see. The sensors beeped suddenly. A strange fleet appeared on the scanner. Ren squinted at the readings. The ships were unlike anything humans had built. They were sleek, curving shapes that glowed faintly in colors Ren could barely name. His heart began to race. The fleet was enormous. Thousands of ships moved with precision, almost as if they were alive. Ryan adjusted the controls, trying to make a signal. "This is Scout Ren of the human fleet. We come in peace," he said into the communicator. There was no reply. The fleet kept moving, closing the distance with his ship. Ren swallowed hard. He knew he had only one choice, a single ship separated from the fleet, and approached him. It was larger than any human cruiser. The hull shimmered with a soft light, and Ren could feel a strange energy in the air around it. A calm voice filled the communicator, clear and deep. "You are far from your home, human," it said. Ren's eyes widened. The voice belonged to someone or something intelligent. The ship landed gently on the planet below. Ren followed, not knowing if he would survive this encounter. When he stepped outside, he saw her, the alien queen. She was taller than any human and had features that were both beautiful and intimidating. Her skin shimmered like the surface of a calm lake under sunlight. Her eyes were large and deep, full of curiosity and power. Ren felt a shiver run down his spine. "You'll regret this, human," the queen said, her voice calm but firm. Ren stiffened. Her words were threatening, but her tone did not carry anger. Instead, it was as if she expected something from him, something he did not yet understand. Ryan raised his hand slowly. "I am not here to fight. I only want to explore and learn," he said. He hoped she could understand him. The queen tilted her head, studying him carefully. Ren felt like she could see into his mind, reading every thought and intention. Then something unexpected happened. She stepped forward and hugged him tightly. Ren froze, confused and alarmed. Her hug was not aggressive. It was firm, almost protective. Ren had never been hugged by anyone like this before. He felt a strange warmth and energy that seemed to flow into him. Why are you hugging me?" Ren asked, stepping back slightly but not pulling away. The queen did not answer immediately. She only looked at him with her deep eyes. Ren could sense curiosity and something else, something he could not name. He felt a connection he did not understand, as if the universe itself had paused to watch this meeting. Ren took a deep breath, trying to steady himself. He reminded himself that humans were explorers, and he had faced danger before. Yet this was different. He had never met an intelligent alien species like this, and certainly not one with such power and grace. "I am Ren from the human fleet," he said again, hoping words could bridge the silence. The queen nodded slightly, acknowledging his name. She seemed to consider him carefully. Ren noticed that she had no weapons drawn, no hostile gestures. She simply held her position, watching him with intent. Finally, the queen spoke again. "Your species is interesting. Few others show courage when faced with the unknown," she said. Ren blinked. He had not expected praise from an alien who had just threatened him. I just do what humans do," Ren replied honestly. "We explore. We try to understand. We try to survive." He realized he was speaking more to himself than to her. He wanted to believe that humans were capable, that they could hold their own, even here, far from Earth. The queen stepped back slightly and released her hold. Ren took a step away, trying to calm his racing heart. He looked at her again, studying her features. There was wisdom and power in her face, but also something else, something like hope. Ren wondered what she saw in humans that others did not. "You may survive this encounter, human," the queen said finally, "but the galaxy is watching. Be careful. Your choices may change more than you know." Ren nodded. He did not fully understand her words, but he sensed their weight. This meeting was not just an accident. It was the beginning of something far larger than him or his small scout mission. He felt a strange mixture of fear and excitement. Humans had always faced challenges and grown stronger. Perhaps this was another test, another chance to show what humans were truly capable of. As Ren prepared to return to his ship, he looked back at the Queen. She did not smile, but her gaze carried a strange warmth, a silent message he could not yet decode. Ren felt a spark of determination. He would survive this encounter, learn from it, and prove the worth of his people. The universe felt larger, more alive than ever before. Ren knew that this first contact was only the start. Humans had entered a world of power, mystery, and intelligence far beyond their understanding. And yet, for the first time, Ren felt that humans had a place among the stars. He took one last look at the Queen and stepped back into his ship. The engines hummed to life. As he lifted off, Ren's mind raced with questions. Why had the Queen hugged him? What did she see in humans that others did not? And what would come next? For now, all he could do was prepare, observe, and hope that humans could rise to the challenge. The stars stretched endlessly ahead, and Ren felt ready to face whatever they held. After leaving the alien planet, Ren could not stop thinking about the encounter. He sat in the cockpit, hands gripping the controls, eyes staring into the void. The memory of the Queen's hug stayed with him. It was not like any hug he had ever received. It was strong, yet gentle, protective, yet full of mystery. Ren shook his head. He did not understand why she had hugged him. The human fleet's communication system beeped. "Scout Ren, report," a voice said. It was Commander Luma, the leader of their sector. Ren straightened in his seat. "This is Scout Ren. I have encountered an alien fleet on Sector 9. I made contact with their leader, a queen named Soraya." "Soraya?" Luma repeated. "Are you safe?" Ren nodded, even though she could not see him. "I am safe. She did not attack. In fact, she hugged me. I do not understand why." There was a pause on the line. "Hugged you?" Luma asked, confusion in her voice. "Scout, stay alert. This is unusual behavior. Document everything. We need more information before making any decisions." Ren felt a mixture of relief and curiosity. He began recording his observations. The Queen's species was unlike anything humans had known. They were powerful, intelligent, and cautious, and yet there was a warmth in their leader that Ren could not explain. Days passed as Ren studied the fleet from a distance. The alien ships moved with precision, rarely showing aggression. The Queen, Soraya, stayed on the planet's surface most of the time, observing her people and the surrounding space. Ren watched her from orbit, fascinated by her movements. She was graceful, commanding, and curious. There was intelligence in every action, and Ren wondered what she thought of humans. He tried to communicate again, sending messages through the translator system. "I mean no harm. I only wish to understand," he said. The messages were simple, honest, and careful. A few hours later, a reply came. It was short but clear. "Curiosity is noted. Human. Stay where you are. Observation continues." Ren felt a strange sense of connection. The Queen had not welcomed him fully, but she had acknowledged him. Her hug had been a bridge, a gesture that went beyond words. Ren could not explain it, but he felt that she had chosen to trust him, even if only a little. He thought about humanity. Humans were explorers, survivors, and learners. They faced challenges every day, adapting to new environments and unexpected dangers. Ren realized that the Queen had seen these traits in humans. Perhaps that was why she had hugged him. Perhaps she had sensed courage, resilience, and honesty, qualities that many other species overlooked. Ren decided to take a closer approach to the planet. He lowered his ship into orbit near the surface. The Queen's presence was unmistakable. She moved among her people, observing, guiding, and occasionally communicating with her fleet. Ren studied her carefully. Every movement, every glance seemed meaningful. Suddenly, a beam of light shot from the planet toward his ship. Ren froze. The sensors detected no weapons, but the energy was strong. Then, a voice filled the communicator. "You will come to understand, human," said the Queen. Do not fear. You are under observation for reasons you will discover. Rin's heart raced. Observation was one thing, but this felt different. The Queen's words carried weight. They were a warning and an invitation at the same time. He realized that his actions now could determine the future of humans in this alien species. He carefully landed on the planet, choosing a location visible to the Queen, but far enough to avoid alarming her people. As he stepped out of his ship, the air felt different. It was thick with energy, vibrant and alive. Rin inhaled deeply. This planet was more than a home to the Queen's species. It was connected to their power, their intelligence, and perhaps even their emotions. Then she appeared. Queen Soraya walked toward him, her presence commanding and gentle. Rin felt a mixture of fear and awe. She stopped a few feet away and looked directly at him. Her eyes were deep and unreadable, yet Rin sensed something important. Without warning, she stepped closer and hugged him again. Rin froze for a moment, surprised, but then he relaxed. This hug was different from the first. It was warmer, more personal, almost like an invitation to understand her world. Rin closed his eyes, letting himself feel the connection. When she released him, Rin took a step back. His mind was full of questions. "Why are you hugging me?" he asked. "I do not understand." The Queen smiled slightly. It was a small gesture, but it carried meaning. "You are different, human," she said softly. "Few show courage, honesty, and curiosity at the same time. You may not understand now, but this gesture is trust and recognition." Rin's heart raced. Trust and recognition from a being so powerful and intelligent felt like a gift. He realized that humans had qualities that even the most advanced species could admire. Rin felt pride, but also responsibility. He was representing humanity, and he could not fail. Over the next days, Rin and the Queen continued their silent communication. They learned from each other through gestures, signals, and careful observation. Rin noticed that she watched how he reacted to danger, how he solved problems, and how he treated others. Every action mattered. Rin also discovered more about the Queen's world. Her people were highly advanced, but they were not aggressive without reason. They valued knowledge, creativity, and courage. Rin understood that humans shared similar traits. Perhaps this is why the Queen had chosen to embrace him. Humans were not just survivors. They were innovators, learners, and adapters, qualities that could make a difference in the galaxy. One evening, as the planet's twin sun set, Rin sat outside his ship, watching the Queen and her people from a distance. He felt a strange sense of hope. Humans were far from home, in a world full of mystery. Yet he felt that this encounter could lead to something important. He realized that the hug was more than a simple gesture. It was a beginning, a sign that humans could be recognized, respected, and trusted by species far beyond their understanding. Rin smiled, feeling a spark of determination. He would learn, adapt, and survive. He would show the Queen and her people that humans were worthy of respect. And perhaps, one day, he would understand why the Queen hugged him and what it truly meant for the future of humanity. In the galaxy, the stars above seemed brighter, filled with possibility. Rin knew that the path ahead was uncertain, but he also knew that humans were capable of rising to any challenge, and with that thought, Rin prepared for the next step in this extraordinary journey, ready to face whatever the galaxy had in store. Rin spent the next few days observing the alien planet from a safe distance. The more he watched, the more he realized how different this world was from Earth. Towering structures rose from the surface, built from materials that shimmered in the light of the twin suns. Alien beings moved among the buildings with purpose and grace. Their movements were precise, almost like a dance. But Rin could sense intelligence behind every step. He wanted to understand them, to know why the Queen had hugged him and what it meant. Rin decided to attempt closer interaction, using his ship's translator and communication systems. He sent carefully constructed messages to the Queen. "I want to learn about your people. I do not mean harm," he said. Hours later, a response came. The voice was calm and deliberate. "You may observe and ask questions. We will decide how much to reveal." Your actions will show your intentions. Ren felt relief. The Queen was allowing him to approach. But cautiously, it was clear that trust had to be earned even after the hug. Ren nodded to himself. Humans were explorers by nature. This was an opportunity to learn, to show courage and curiosity in equal measure. The next day, Ren landed on a plateau near the Queen's main city. From a distance, he could see Soraya watching him. Her gaze was steady, deep, and intelligent. Ren stepped out of his ship slowly, making sure his hands were visible. He wanted to show he meant no harm. Soraya approached him. Her presence was commanding, yet there was a gentleness that Ren found difficult to describe. She stopped a few meters away and tilted her head, observing him carefully. Ren felt a mix of fear and awe. He knew that this queen held power far beyond his understanding. "You are persistent, human," Soraya said. "Few insist on learning when danger is possible. Curiosity is a trait of your kind. It can be admirable, or it can be foolish." Ren took a deep breath. "I understand. I want to learn, not to fight. I believe humans and your people can benefit from understanding each other." Soraya studied him for a long moment. Then, surprisingly, she nodded slightly. "You may follow me. Observe, but do not interfere. Watch carefully and learn." Ren followed her through the city. The aliens around them paused to look, but none approached. Ren noticed their advanced technology and careful coordination. Each being seemed to have a purpose. He could see patterns in their work and in their movements. Everything was precise, but also creative. It was unlike anything humans had seen. As they walked, Ren asked questions. "Why do your people move with such precision? How do you communicate so efficiently?" Soraya answered with calm patience. "Our species values harmony, efficiency, and intelligence. We have evolved to survive in a world that requires cooperation and creativity. Communication is both verbal and unspoken. Every gesture, every glance has meaning." Ren nodded, fascinated. Humans also value cooperation, but it often relied on emotion, instinct, and adaptability. He realized that humans and this species approach challenges differently, but both relied on intelligence and courage to survive. "Your species is unusual," Soraya said after a moment. "Few creatures combine strength, intelligence, and adaptability as humans do. Many are predictable. Humans are not." Ren felt pride and curiosity. He wanted to know more. "Do you watch humans often? Why did you hug me?" Soraya paused. The hug was recognition of qualities that are rare. Courage, honesty, and curiosity are traits we admire, even if we do not fully understand them. It was also trust. "You are human, but you have shown traits that deserve observation and respect." Ren thought about her words. He realized that humans often acted with heart as well as mind. They faced danger with creativity, solved problems with ingenuity, and cared for others even when it was difficult. Perhaps the Queen had sensed this. Even from a distance, they walked to a large observation platform overlooking the city. Ren could see the full scope of the alien world. Machines worked alongside living beings, blending technology and biology in harmony. The city was alive, not just with activity, but with intelligence and purpose. "You see, human," Soraya said, gesturing toward the city, "our people survive because we understand patterns. We anticipate danger, and we work together. Yet we also respect the unexpected, for it can teach us new ways of thinking." Ren looked at her, understanding beginning to form in his mind. Humans survived and thrived not only because of planning and knowledge, but because of creativity, adaptability, and the willingness to take risks. Perhaps this was the reason the Queen had hugged him. Humans were unpredictable, but in a way that was valuable. Over the following days, Ren continued to observe and learn. He watched the Queen lead her people, making decisions with wisdom and care. He noticed her attention to detail, her patience, and her respect for life. She was not just powerful, she was intelligent, compassionate, and thoughtful. Ren realized that humans and her species could learn from one another if they could find trust and understanding. At night, Ren returned to the ship, recording every observation. He thought about the hug again. It was not just a gesture of trust, but a message. Humans had qualities that could surprise even the most advanced species: courage, curiosity, and honesty were not just human traits, they were strengths that could shape the future. As he rested, Ren felt a spark of determination. He would continue learning, continue observing, and continue showing the Queen and her people that humans were worthy of respect. He understood now that the hug was more than physical contact. It was the beginning of understanding, a first step toward a connection that could change the course of their worlds. The Queen had opened a door, and Ren knew that it was his responsibility to step through it carefully. Humans had proven themselves in many ways before, but this was different here. In a galaxy full of unknown dangers and possibilities, humans had to show not just survival, but value, intelligence, and trustworthiness. Ren looked out at the alien city one more time before returning to the ship. The stars above seemed brighter than ever. For the first time, he felt that humans had a place not just on Earth, but among the stars. And with that thought, Ren prepared for the next stage of his journey, ready to learn, ready to adapt, and ready to prove that humans could meet any challenge, even among the most advanced species in the galaxy. Ren had spent several days learning about the alien world and its people. He admired their intelligence, their precision, and their care for one another. Yet, as he observed from his ship, a sudden alert from his sensors caught his attention. Something unusual was moving in the outer space near the planet. He adjusted the controls, zooming in on the readings. The display showed a fleet of objects approaching at high speed. Unlike the alien ships he had seen before, these were cold, mechanical, and relentless. The sensors identified them. As artificial intelligence constructs machines designed for attack and conquest, Ren's heart raced. He knew humans had faced AI threats before, but this fleet was enormous and far more advanced than anything on Earth. If they reached the planet, the aliens would be in grave danger. Ren immediately contacted the Queen. Queen Soraya, you need to be aware. A fleet of AI ships is approaching your planet. They are dangerous, and their numbers are overwhelming, Ren said through the communicator. Soraya's voice was calm but firm. We are aware, human. This threat has been observed, though its speed is greater than expected. You have provided timely warning. We will prepare. Ren felt a mix of relief and worry. The aliens were powerful, but no species could easily defeat a relentless AI fleet without strategy and cooperation. He realized that humans might have a role to play, despite being small and alone in this sector. I want to help, Ren said. Humans are good at thinking creatively. We can find ways to fight even the strongest machines. There was a pause. On the communicator. You are brave, human. Your willingness to act may prove valuable. Prepare yourself. Observation and cooperation will begin. Ren felt a surge of determination. He had trained for exploration, but now he faced a challenge far greater than anything he had imagined. It was not just about learning or survival anymore. It was about protecting life, both human and alien, and showing that humans could make a difference. He landed near the city once again, where Soraya awaited him. She stepped forward as he exited his ship. You have seen the threat, human. You have witnessed our methods. Your perspective may offer solutions we have not considered. Ren nodded. We can combine human creativity with your technology and strategy. Together, we can fight this fleet. Soraya studied him closely. Humans are unpredictable, but their ingenuity is notable. If your methods succeed, they may become assets to us. Follow my lead and share your ideas carefully. Over the next hours, Ren and Soraya worked together to analyze the approaching fleet. They examined patterns, calculated speeds, and predicted potential attack strategies. Ren suggested maneuvers that relied on flexibility and adaptation, ideas that the aliens had not considered. Soraya listened carefully, recognizing the value of human unpredictability. You are correct, she said after a long discussion. Your approach is unconventional, yet effective. Humans have a way of seeing possibilities where others see limits. We will incorporate your tactics. Ren felt pride and responsibility. Humans were often underestimated in the galaxy, Yet here he was, shaping strategy alongside one of the most advanced species he had ever encountered. He realized that courage, creativity, and intelligence were human strengths, and they were needed more than ever. The next day, the AI fleet drew closer. The alien city prepared defenses, activating energy shields and mobilizing ships. Rin worked alongside their engineers, adjusting plans and offering suggestions based on human tactics. He demonstrated how to use misdirection, flexible formations, and rapid adaptation to counter overwhelming forces. Soraya observed with interest. Your ideas are risky, human, but they carry potential. Courage often leads to victory when intelligence alone is insufficient. Rin felt a spark of hope. Humans had survived challenges before through courage, innovation, and teamwork. If he could help the aliens combine these traits with their advanced technology, perhaps they could protect their world from the AI threat. As the fleet approached the planet, Rin noticed their patterns. They moved in rigid formations, predictable and precise, but lacking creativity. He realized this was an advantage. They did not adapt quickly. Rin said to Soraya, if we force them into unexpected situations, we can gain control. Soraya nodded. Then your role is clear, human. We will use your unpredictability as a weapon. Rin felt a mix of fear and determination. He was small compared to the vast fleet, but humans had a way of turning disadvantages into strengths. He prepared for the coming battle, understanding that his actions could save lives and prove the worth of his species. The first encounter began with smaller AI ships testing the defenses. Rin suggested traps that led them into narrow channels, where alien energy weapons could target them effectively. The results were immediate. The AI ships were slowed, disrupted, and neutralized with minimal damage to the city. Soraya watched, impressed. Your methods are effective. Humans possess a creativity we often underestimate. Your courage and insight have turned the tide in these early stages. Rin smiled, feeling pride and responsibility. The queen had hugged him for a reason. She had recognized human qualities that could matter in moments like this. Courage, adaptability, and intelligence were not just abstract traits, they were tools for survival and victory. As night fell over the alien city, Rin looked out at the approaching fleet. The threat was far from over, but for the first time, he felt that humans could make a real difference. He had earned the queen's trust, shown courage under pressure, and contributed ideas that mattered. The stars above seemed full of possibility, even in the face of danger. Rin knew that the coming battle would test him, the humans, and the alien species alike. Yet he also knew that humans had something unique qualities that could surprise even the most advanced enemies and turn impossible situations into victories. Soraya approached him quietly. Your presence here is valuable. Human, you have proven that even small beings can have great impact. This is why the hug mattered. Trust is the first step toward understanding, and understanding is the first step toward cooperation. Rin nodded, understanding now that the queen's gesture had been both symbolic and practical. Humans had traits worth respecting and using wisely. He felt a deep sense of purpose. The battle was coming, but he was ready to face it, combining human ingenuity with the power of the alien species to protect life and prove the worth of humanity. Among the stars, the morning sun of the alien planet shone brightly across the city, casting long shadows from the tall structures. Rin stood beside Queen Soraya, observing the alien fleet as it prepared for the coming battle. The AI fleet was drawing closer. With steady, relentless speed, its ships moved like machines, cold and predictable, but enormous in number. Rin had spent hours studying their movements and strategies. Unlike the aliens, who relied on precision and advanced technology, the AI ships followed strict patterns. Rin realized this could be an advantage. They respond the same way to every threat, he said. If we change the situation quickly, we can force mistakes. Soraya nodded. Your insight is valuable. Human, we have relied on logic and patterns, but your creativity adds a new dimension. Show us what humans can do. Rin felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. Humans were often underestimated, But they had always turned impossible situations into opportunities through adaptability and clever thinking. He would need to combine human ingenuity with the aliens' technology. To make a real difference, the first wave of AI ships approached the city. Ren directed small squads of alien ships to move in patterns, designed to lure the machines into traps. He suggested using holographic decoys that mimicked the appearance of the city's most critical systems. The AI fleet took the bait, diverting its attack toward the decoys instead of the real city. Soraya watched closely. "Impressive," she said. "Humans anticipate the unexpected. This is something we have overlooked." Ren smiled, feeling the thrill of contribution. The battle was not just about weapons or power. It was about thinking differently, using creativity as a weapon. He suggested additional maneuvers, rapid flanking movements, sudden shifts in formation, and synchronized bursts of energy that disrupted the AI ship's targeting systems. The aliens executed his plans with precision. Guided by Soraya's leadership, Ren coordinated small teams, showing them how to respond flexibly rather than following strict patterns. The AI fleet began to struggle. Its once predictable movements became disorganized as Ren's tactics forced it to adapt. Constantly, humans are unpredictable in ways that are effective, Soraya said aloud. This is why they survive and thrive. They see possibilities where others see limits. As the battle progressed, Ren noticed weaknesses in the AI fleet. The ships were advanced, but their lack of adaptability was a critical flaw. He devised a plan to isolate smaller groups of AI ships and lead them into narrow corridors, where the alien energy weapons could target them more effectively. The plan required precise timing, coordination, and quick thinking, all qualities Ren knew humans excelled at. The first group of AI ships entered the trap. Alien energy beams struck with precision, neutralizing the attackers. Ren's heart raced as he coordinated the next wave. The humans' unpredictability and quick thinking created confusion among the AI fleet, giving the aliens an advantage they had never experienced before. Soraya observed with admiration. "Your strategies are risky, human, but they succeed because you adapt in real time. You turn uncertainty into strength. This is a lesson we must remember." Ren felt pride, but he also understood the stakes. Every decision mattered. Every movement could save lives. He guided the alien ships with calm determination, anticipating the AI fleet's next move and adjusting strategies on the fly. Humans had survived through adaptability and courage for millennia, and now Ren was showing these traits in the galaxy beyond Earth. The AI fleet tried to regroup, but Ren anticipated their movements. He suggested creating false targets, small decoy signals that led the AI ships away from the city entirely. The plan worked, splitting the enemy forces and weakening their coordination. "Humans can turn disadvantage into advantage," Soraya said. "This is why your hug mattered. Recognition of courage and creativity. Your kind is capable of more than others realize." Ren felt a surge of determination. Humans were often underestimated, yet their ability to think, adapt, and act under pressure was unmatched. He realized that this was what the Queen had seen in him. And in humanity, it was not strength alone, but intelligence, courage, and creativity combined. The battle continued, and Ren's human ingenuity shone. He suggested a final maneuver, a coordinated strike that combined alien weapons, strategic positioning, and rapid, unpredictable movements. The AI fleet, unable to respond quickly enough, began to fall back. Retreating in disarray, Soraya approached Ren after the battle, her eyes shining with respect. "You have proven that humans are not just survivors. You are innovators, problem solvers, and courageous beings. Your presence has saved lives today, and your creativity has turned the tide." Ren smiled, feeling pride for his species. Humans were small compared to many beings in the galaxy, but their mind and spirit could make a difference. He realized that courage, adaptability, and intelligence were universal strengths, respected even by the most advanced alien species. As the sun set over the planet, Ren watched the repaired alien ships return to the city. The AI fleet had been driven away, and the planet was safe for now. He felt a deep sense of accomplishment. knowing that humans had contributed in a meaningful way. Soraya stood beside him quietly. The galaxy will test all species, human, today. You have shown that humans can meet the challenge. You have earned trust, respect, and recognition. This is why the hug mattered, not as a warning, but as acknowledgement of potential. Ren nodded. The hug had been a beginning, a symbol of trust and hope. Now, he understood its deeper meaning. Humans were capable of great things, not just through strength, but through courage, creativity, and determination. The stars above sparkled as night fell. Ren looked at them with hope. Humans had faced challenges before and survived. Here, in a galaxy filled with unknown threats and mysteries, they had proven that their qualities mattered. He felt pride for his species and for himself, knowing that humans could rise to the occasion when it counted the most. The Queen's presence reminded him that recognition and trust were powerful tools. Humans could use their abilities to protect, to learn, and to grow, even among species far stronger or more advanced. Ren felt a renewed determination to continue this journey, to face the challenges ahead, and to show that humans belonged among the stars. With the battle over for now, Ren returned to his ship to rest. He reflected on the lessons learned. Courage, creativity, and adaptability were just as important as weapons and technology. Humans had shown that even small beings could have a great impact when they combined these qualities with intelligence and determination. He looked at the sky one last time before sleeping. The stars seemed brighter, full of possibility. Ren knew that this victory was only the beginning. Greater challenges would come, but humans had proven they could meet them, and for the first time, Ren truly understood the meaning behind the Queen's hug. It was recognition, respect, and trust in the potential of humanity. The sky over the alien city was filled with flashes of energy. As the AI fleet regrouped for another attack, Ren stood beside Queen Soraya on the observation platform, watching the machines move with relentless precision. Their numbers had decreased from the earlier skirmish, but their determination had not wavered. Every ship followed its program, a cold, unfeeling intelligence that threatened the lives of countless beings. Ren clenched his fists. He had studied their patterns, known their weaknesses, and helped craft strategies, but the coming attack would be more difficult. The AI fleet would adapt to predictable moves, and the stakes were higher. He could see the worry in the eyes of the alien commanders, though Soraya herself remained calm, her presence steady and commanding. "You have prepared well, human," she said. "But the next wave will test us all. Your role is crucial. Your creativity may decide the outcome." Ren nodded. Humans had always faced impossible challenges and survived through courage, intelligence, and quick thinking. He drew strength from that knowledge, feeling a surge of determination. He would not let fear paralyze him. Humans had qualities that even the most advanced species admired. And now it was time to prove their value once more. As the AI ships descended, Ren guided the alien forces through a series of maneuvers designed to exploit the machine's rigidity. He suggested splitting the fleet into smaller groups using energy decoys and rapid movement, forcing the AI ships into unpredictable positions. The aliens executed his orders with precision. Trusting his insight, the first wave of AI ships entered. The trap, energy beams struck with deadly accuracy, disabling many ships before they could attack the city. Ren coordinated the next movement, directing smaller squads to flank the remaining attackers. He combined human improvisation with alien technology, creating situations the AI fleet could not easily predict. Soraya watched him closely. "Your understanding of unpredictability is remarkable. Human, you see opportunities where logic alone would fail. This is why your species survives and thrives." Ren felt pride, but he also understood the gravity of the situation. Lives were at stake. Every decision mattered. He used rapid signals, simple but effective, to communicate with both alien pilots and automated systems, directing attacks and reinforcing defenses. Humans were often underestimated, but their ability to adapt quickly gave them an edge in moments like this. The AI fleet regrouped and launched a concentrated attack on the city's energy shields. The shields flickered under the assault, Ren realized that timing and strategy were key. He proposed a risky but potentially effective maneuver: lead the largest AI ships toward the planet's natural terrain, where narrow channels could slow their movement and make them vulnerable to combined attacks. Soraya considered the suggestion. Risk is necessary for victory. Human, your plan is merit. We will execute it. The maneuver began. Ren guided the alien fleet, drawing the AI ships into the designated areas as the machines moved. They became trapped in the narrow channels. Unable to adjust quickly, alien energy beams struck with precision, disabling the attacking ships. Ren coordinated the follow-up, directing smaller squads to prevent any escape. The tide of the battle began to turn. The AI fleet, relentless but predictable, struggled to adapt to Ren's strategies. His creativity and quick thinking allowed the aliens to gain the upper hand. He realized that human ingenuity was a powerful weapon, even against machines far stronger than anything on Earth. Amid the chaos, Ren noticed a cluster of AI ships moving toward the city's central power core. If they reached it, the city would be destroyed. He acted quickly, directing a small group of alien ships to intercept while using energy decoys to distract the remaining attackers. The plan worked. The power core remained intact, and the AI ships were neutralized. Soraya approached Ren on the platform, her eyes filled with admiration. You have done well, human. Your courage and intelligence have saved countless lives. Humans possess qualities that cannot be measured by strength alone. Creativity, adaptability, and determination are your greatest weapons. Ren felt a deep sense of accomplishment. Humans had faced impossible odds on Earth, and now they had proven their value in the galaxy. The AI fleet was retreating, its attacks less coordinated and less effective. Ren realized that victory was within reach, but the final wave could still pose a threat. He worked with Soraya to prepare for the last assault. Using a combination of human tactics and alien technology, they set traps, coordinated defenses, and developed strategies that exploited the AI fleet's predictable behavior. Ren felt a surge of confidence. Humans could face danger and adapt in ways no machine could anticipate. When the final wave arrived, Ren guided the alien fleet with precision and quick thinking. He anticipated the AI ship's moves, adjusted strategies in real time, and coordinated attacks that disrupted their formation. The machines, unable to adapt, began to fall back, their assault failing. Soraya observed the outcome with satisfaction. The AI fleet is retreating. Human, your insight and courage have turned the tide. You have proven that humans are more than they appear. They are capable of great things. Ren smiled, exhausted but proud. Humans were often underestimated, yet their combination of intelligence, creativity, and courage had made a decisive difference. He realized that the Queen's hug had been more than a gesture of curiosity. It had been a recognition of potential, trust, and respect for humanity. As the dust settled, Ren watched the alien city recover. Systems were repaired, ships returned to their positions, and the people went about their tasks with renewed energy. The AI fleet had been defeated, for now, and the planet was safe. Ren felt relief, but also pride. Humans had contributed to this victory in a meaningful way. Soraya approached him one last time, placing a hand on his shoulder. You have shown that even a single human can make a difference when courage and intelligence are combined. Your species has earned recognition, trust, and respect. This is why I hug you, not as a threat, but as acknowledgement of your potential. Ren nodded, understanding at last. The hug had been a symbol of connection, a way to recognize qualities that mattered. Courage, adaptability, intelligence, and creativity were not just traits, they were strengths that could shape the future. Humans had shown that they were capable of greatness, even among the stars. As night fell over the city, Ren looked up at the sky. The stars seemed brighter than ever, full of possibilities and challenges yet to come. He knew that humans had a place in the galaxy, not just as explorers, but as beings capable of making a difference. He felt pride, determination, and hope. The Queen's words echoed in his mind: trust, recognition, potential. Ren understood that humanity had earned a place among the stars. and that the bond formed through courage and ingenuity could lead to alliances, discoveries, and victories beyond imagination. For Rin, the battle had proven more than survival. It had proven the value of humanity itself. Humans could face the unknown, adapt to challenges, and inspire respect among even the most advanced species. And with that thought, Rin felt ready to face the future, whatever it might hold, knowing that courage, intelligence, and creativity would guide him and his people among the stars. The battle was over. The AI fleet had retreated into deep space, leaving the alien city safe and its people unharmed. Rin stood on the observation platform beside Queen Soraya, watching the last flickers of enemy ships disappear into the darkness. The city below was alive with activity as repairs began, ships returned to their docks, and citizens moved with purpose and relief. Ian felt exhaustion in his body, but pride in his heart. Humans had played a key role in the defense. His strategies, quick thinking, and courage had helped save the planet and earn the respect of a species far stronger and more advanced than humanity. He realized that humans were capable of more than even he had imagined. Soraya turned to him, her eyes calm and wise. Human Rin, today you have shown that even small beings can have great influence. Your species has qualities that inspire respect, courage, intelligence, creativity, and determination. You have proven that humans are not only survivors, but innovators and leaders. Rin nodded, feeling the weight of her words. He thought about the hug the first time she had embraced him. Now he understood. It was not just a gesture of curiosity or friendliness. It had been recognition of human potential, courage, and the ability to make a difference even in the face of overwhelming odds. I understand now. Queen Soraya, Rin said. The hug, it was more than a greeting. It was trust and perhaps hope. You believed humans could matter, even here, among the stars. Soraya smiled, a rare and gentle expression. Yes, human, it was both recognition and a promise. A promise that if your species showed the right qualities, it could rise to meet challenges greater than any individual could face alone. You have fulfilled that promise today. Rin felt a surge of purpose. Humanity had long been underestimated in the galaxy. Now, through courage, quick thinking, and ingenuity, they had proven their worth. The hug had been a signal, a spark, and today it had become a reality. Humans could matter. Humans could inspire respect. As the city recovered, Rin walked among the alien citizens, observing their repairs and interactions. He noticed the care and precision with which they worked. Each being contributed to the greater good, combining intelligence, skill, and teamwork. Rin realized that humans could learn from this as well. Cooperation and harmony were powerful tools when combined with creativity and courage. He spent time with the alien engineers, sharing ideas and learning about their technology. They were fascinated by human approaches to problem-solving, improvisation, and adaptability. Rin demonstrated simple human tactics that had been effective during the battle. The aliens listened carefully, realizing that human unpredictability and ingenuity could complement their advanced systems. Soraya observed this exchange quietly. She had watched Rin interact with her people, seeing him inspire respect and curiosity. Humans can teach and learn, she said softly. They are capable of bridging differences and creating opportunities where others see limits. This is why your kind is valuable in the galaxy. Rin felt hope for the future. Humans had a chance not only to explore the stars but to build alliances, learn from other species, and contribute to the greater good of the galaxy. The hug had been a beginning, but today's events had turned it into a lasting connection, a bridge between species, and a recognition of shared potential. Later, Soraya called Rin to the central chamber of the city. Her people had gathered, curious about the human who had helped save their world. Rin stood beside her as she addressed her citizens. Today, we witnessed courage and creativity that inspired hope, Soraya said. This human, Rin, has shown that even beings from distant worlds can bring wisdom, innovation, and bravery. Humans are capable of greatness, and we recognize their value among us. The citizens murmured in agreement. Admiration in their eyes, Ren felt a sense of accomplishment and humility. He had acted as a representative of humanity, and his actions had created trust, respect, and understanding between two very different species. After the ceremony, Ren and Soraya walked to the observation platform once again. The city was calm. Now, the threat gone, and the sky clear, stars sparkled in the distance. Full of promise and opportunity, you have done more than defend this city, Ren, Soraya said. You have built a foundation for a new relationship. Humans and our people can learn from each other, grow together, and face challenges as allies. Ren nodded, understanding the importance of her words. Alliances were built on trust, respect, and shared values. The hug had been the first step. Today had been proof. And now a new chapter could begin, a chapter where humans and aliens stood together, stronger than either could alone. Thank you, Queen Soraya, Ren said, for trusting me, for giving humans a chance, and for showing that courage, creativity, and intelligence matter. We will not forget this, and we will continue to prove ourselves worthy. Soraya placed her hand gently on his shoulder, a gesture of acknowledgement and respect. We already know your worth, human. Let this be the beginning of a new era, one where understanding, cooperation, and courage guide our actions across the stars. Ren looked out at the galaxy, realizing that humans had a place among these stars. They were explorers, innovators, and survivors. Their courage and creativity could shape the future, not only on Earth but in the galaxy beyond. He felt pride, hope, and determination. Humanity had proven itself, and the journey was only beginning. As night settled over the alien city, Ren reflected on everything that had happened. The hug had been a simple gesture with deep meaning. The battle had tested his courage, intelligence, and adaptability, and the alliance they had forged promised a future full of learning, growth, and new adventures. He knew there would be challenges ahead, other threats, other mysteries, and other worlds, but humanity had shown that it could rise to meet them. Courage, creativity, and intelligence were not just traits. They were strengths that could carry humans across the stars. Ren felt a sense of calm and determination. The Queen's trust had been earned, humanity had proven its worth, and the galaxy was full of possibilities. For the first time, he truly understood why the hug had mattered. It was a symbol of potential, recognition, and hope, a reminder that humans could achieve greatness even among the most advanced beings. And with that thought, Ren looked up at the stars, ready to continue humanity's journey among them, confident that courage, creativity, and intelligence would always guide them toward new horizons.